Welcome to another one of Harley the Octoling's random rambles at like 8 a.m. 8 p.m. It's not a.m., it's p.m. At 8 p.m. If I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I'm gonna make more of these as I work on Lonelyville. Just to kind of like talk about the behind the scenes stuff. Specifically today, I want to talk about the behind the scenes of TRCA, and I want to talk about a scrapped scene and in turn scrapped character progression and ending for TRCA. Let me see if I can get this to work. So I'm gonna let this video play and then explain the thought process behind this.
Look at you. Did you really think you'd get your happy ending just like that? You fool. You finally found a way to escape. But for what? The whole world was crumbling. All because you were all too selfish, desperate to end my games. You should have just stayed in my realm. At least it would have kept your toes corruption for himself. At least you wouldn't have to deal with the repercussions. You no longer have a curse of dying over and over again. Now you lost your father, some of your closest friends, and you couldn't do anything about it.
Okay. So that, my dear friends, was the scrapped ending. Not scrapped ending, a scrapped scene that was going to appear in episode 5. Obviously, the reason was scrapped was because of the separation. This was the big thing that was scrapped, was this entire plot line. It was scrapped due to the separation. Because of the 25%. We all know it. Do I even need to name who is the cause of all this? Okay. But yeah, this was gonna be another animated segment in episode 5. It would have been like I think that would be the opening scene. Meanwhile, the Builderman scene would have been moved to like after the title sequence. I'm not sure. In fact, I feel like scrapping that was the main reason why the pacing was kind of ass in episode 5. So what's that all about? What was that all about? Okay. So this would have revealed two things. Again, how the Forsaken cast escaped Forsaken. It would have been revealed that, oh, yeah, Elliot from the file name. It would have been revealed that, oh yeah, Elliot made a deal with the Spectre. We don't know what the Spectre got in return, but we can tell it was probably not something good. For the survivors. My idea was like, oh yeah, I'll let you leave. But I'm not fixing any of the shit I done to y'all. That's all on you. Like, all of the characters would still be heavily affected by Forsaken. Maybe not by what happened in Forsaken. Maybe not under his influence anymore, but this would have caused character arcs like Cool Kid to be less like, oh, I want to help, but but he doesn't know the gravity of the situation, and more so, oh, I want to stop using the cool GUI, even though that would be really helpful right now, because I don't want to relapse and become the monster I was back then. Like, I don't think I explained this very well, but I think the reason why I made Cool Kid like a child again was, one, this was pre-milestones, didn't know how bad it got, and two, I chalked it up to, oh, they all went to years of therapy. Yeah, after this. But yeah, all of the lasting effects of Forsaken would have persisted here. The characters would here, mostly with the killers, and that was the original catalyst for why the infection started in the first place. And then it also revealed something about Elliot, a character arc that Elliot would have. Not for the better, but indeed for the worse. This would eventually get to a point where Elliot would have gotten infected, take that as you will, and then at a point of desperation, this would have happened. Okay, you won. The deal's off. Elliot, what have you done? Good choice, Pizza Boy. Really good choice. But, yeah, that would have been, like, the ending. Now, other than the separation, I didn't think that was always going to be the planned ending for the series, but it was definitely something I thought of, and I did kind of think was going to be it for a while. And I wanted it to really drill in the point, because, like, yeah, there are many post-Forsaken AUs, post-Forsaken fanfic out there, but I wanted this to come back around and be like, oh, it's post-Forsaken, but I'm really, really intensifying those initial, like, consequences of what happened while they were in the realm. But here's the thing. When they get sent back in that possible ending, everything that happened during the apocalypse would have stayed. Just like how it did when they were forsaken, but then freed. I think Builderman and Taff would have regained some of their, like, consciousness back. They would still be in immense pain. Elliot would still be infected. They would have still been infected. And now, like, with the much worse injuries that Builderman has, or, like, the fact that Taff got stabbed in the eye, they would quite literally would have still felt immense pain. Essentially in a worse state from when they left. Not Forsaken. And like, heck, I'd even, like, think that, like, meanwhile with the killers, because the killers are also back, like, some of them are, like, confused, some of them are just rolling along with it, some of them are under the influence again, and Cool Kid, because this is, considering Milestone 4 Cool Kid in Forsaken, he would have been having, like, a panic attack, like, no, this can't be happening, not again! But just, you know, he has to roll along with it. Otherwise, the Spectre might do worse things to him. And I wanted this to be... And the reason why I wasn't so set on this idea was because, well, this ending, it's sad. It's a very sad ending. And I didn't know if I truly wanted that. I definitely, like, the new plan with the new continuity was, well, was the idea of the ending being bittersweet. If I pick this up again after Lonelyville, which, you know, that statement is becoming more and more false every day. I genuinely, like, well, yes, this would have given me an idea for an ending for the Infection EU. It also would have caused... I scrapped it because, of course, Soul Driven Love, and Haitoko, and Basil, and literally every racist in the dev team. Oh my god, I hate me. I mean, I just didn't want to associate that with anymore, so obviously it was scrapped. But that scene right there, the one I showed you at the beginning right there, it would have given me an idea for how the ending would have been. The ending of of Corruption Apocalypse would have been. But obviously, plans have changed, especially since the separation, and I'm glad, because that is a sad fucking ending to a story that's already pretty sad. So this one's a lot shorter than my usual rambles, but I feel like it's fine. And I just kind of wanted to info dump, talk about this stuff, and heck, if this gets the Forsaken fans' attention, the Forsaken fans who stuck around's attention, well, you knew what this series was gonna be like in an alternate ending, so an alternate timeline. So yeah, you got that. Isn't that fun? I'd like to know what you guys would have thought if this was the direction that would have been. If this is the direction that the series took, I wonder what you guys would have thought about that. So please tell me. And honestly, I want to make more like little nighttime rambles like this at 8 o'clock, talking about my behind the scenes stuff and my fun facts and fuck ups at #content. Tomska reference. And so, yeah, please tell me what you think, and make sure to stay fresh, don't get cooked, and I'll see you later. Blech.